diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Cornhuskers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wants to change this route. To the air, it's Fox. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense pounces on it, and they'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown and a nightmarish start for this offense.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. To the 26.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Might be calling a hot route. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field.
Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it with the up man. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the 1st down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the 1st down, and the chains are moving.
It's getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man on the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Gashing the knee on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him. Huge catch radius. Makes the play. And then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And the point after is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The toss sweep to the right. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Nelson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Fields. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy has been locked in. He's 5 for 6 on the opening drive of the game, and the coaching staff felt like he had a great week of preparation coming into this one. I think they were...
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Finds him out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Fields. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'll try to run for it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice third down conversion, and now set up first and goal. This offense has a chance to really make a statement.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. Touchdown, Husker! A great catch and run for 6. And these guys
fight your way out and go get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Fox. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Fowler. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent.
Looking deep down the right side. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. With the catch, it's Fields. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
It's picked off. 14th time he's done that this year. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, USC.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got a man. It's Singleton. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Singleton. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Huskers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Hauls it in at the 40. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Going right to work up top. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The Huskers will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Another incompletion on third down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped into the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Slings it downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
I don't know if anybody saw this happening. He's 0 for 6 to start the game throwing it. He's just not seeing the field real well. The defense has done a great job in the back end and with their pass rush, making life really hard.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
That ball hit him right in a bad spot, right in the hands. Really unfortunate he didn't come down with that one.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Wants to throw. It's Fox. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Need. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
And the Trojans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job.
Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the pitch. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Great job by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Arizona State somehow, some way, found a way there in Tempe and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Fields. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He tries to take the top off. And he reels it in inside the 30.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Dances away to buy time. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
He's taking the shot. Makes the catch. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This time it's complete. There's plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Trojans moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He might want another play. It's complete to the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Unloads to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. He leaves it with his back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Fox. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking deep. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. He may keep that punt rush honest after completing a pass earlier. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Husker. He got a step and just dusted the field. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Fox. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking downfield on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it on the outside. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Trojans. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground, finding open areas. Breaks away on the left. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds his big tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Fox. Looking to take a shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Catch in the middle. It's Nelson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that 1st half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. He's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sideline, it's Nelson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustmts, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
That's caught. It's Fowler. At the 45 on his way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll run the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Trojans decide to punt it away.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to the ground game on the left. Fights off a defender. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over. And right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air. It's Fox. Throwing right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Might be changing the route. Wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. 18. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught near the sticks. It's Nelson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And back to the air on second down. That's caught. It's Glenn. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Using the quick game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the catch. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. We've reached a break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. There he goes. At the 30. A big play as he takes it all the way down to the 17-yard line before going out of bounds.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big...
Oh, no, the ball popped out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They bring him down, but not only do they get the... receiver. He picked up a chunk of yardage, too. And a chance to take the lead in this game goes by the boards with the fumble.
They knew they had that golden opportunity right down in the red zone. We're in the second half right now, and they're not going to get that many more chances. I think just being a little bit too greedy on that play, you need to understand when the play is over. Give the defense a ton of credit for creating that fumble.
The Cornhuskers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Fields. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dick." Oh, there's an alley on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Making side adjustments here. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught behind the line. It's Wormley. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the goal line. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted to 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. You're probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. At the 20, he's got space. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of the...
Oh, he's got some space. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Makes the catch. It's Nelson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Huskers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Looking for more room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Fox. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. First down, you get the sack. Second down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting at 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Smashes through the tackle. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Quick handoff. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Back to pass, it's Fox. He's got an open man. He goes out of bounds. It's another first down as they try to put up a score late. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Trying to find the end zone. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. The snap sets up to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown USC. Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
Looking to throw. Pass is incomplete. Two-point conversion is no good. Not really sure why they went through that entire exercise, but that'll be the ball game. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team. Staying focused, understanding it's a close battle. Win those one play at a time and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.